Good afternoon to everyone. Well, it's a great pleasure to be here. This morning, David explained us and shared with us that sustainability and financial health are at the core of how to deliver our purpose every day, which is to bring the age of opportunity to everyone. And he commented also that we have included this year a category on sustainable finance in Open Talent, which have been very successful. And I am very happy and very glad to introduce to Daniel representing AgUnity, which is a blockchain-based solution to help smallholder farmers in emerging countries. And I think it's good to have him here today. So please, Daniel, join with me here in the main stage. Thank you.
How's it going? Probably from my accent, you can tell that I'm an Aussie, and I just flew in a couple of days ago. I'm going to talk a little bit slower because I can understand that you don't really understand my accent. I got to the reception today, and I handed over my passport, and I said, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. And normally if we say that in Australia, we get, oi, oi, oi. That's all good. I'll get straight into it, just so I don't bore you with my jokes or my sense of humor. I'm here to present AgUnity, which is a company that I just love working with. I love everything that they're about. And, hold on, I just messed up my phone screen. I'll start off. The number one most important challenge in the world today, number one of the United Nations Sustainability Goals, is no poverty. Of the people in poverty, most of them are from farming, fishing, and remote rural villages, which they're all in the same communities. A lot of great companies from all over the world are trying to reach these people, and are spending trillions of dollars of investment, but they fail to communicate with these people and reach them effectively. And that's what AgUnity does. We bridge the gap between the farmers and the services that they need to lift themselves out of poverty. But to end poverty in the world and have financial inclusion, at scale, to have financial inclusion at scale, it's impossible without technology inclusion. And that technology actually needs to be relevant to these people, because a lot of these people haven't seen a mobile phone before. And our mobile phone app, which is based on blockchain, and it's a super app, is relevant. It's easy to use, so it's based for people with low or no literacy. It's also secure for secure transactions between the farmer and the cooperative or the village leaders. As a platform, we encourage other companies that have services that are relevant to these farmers or these people living in remote communities to actually link onto AgUnity and be part of the app. So they don't need to develop their own solution. They can actually add it on as a function on the app. And as we're building up communities, the more people that jump on, it's not just the farmers, but also the shopkeepers, the Jeep driver, the doctors, and the more and more other services that we add outside of our financial inclusion, our identity inclusion, the stickier it gets, the more people utilize it, and it's able to help them lift them out of poverty. And they build communities alongside us, and they build their own communities in line with the technology and the services that they provide. Transforming the lives of 1.8 billion people living on less than $2.50 per day. And by linking with all these other service providers, and our services included, we have a realistic goal of improving 100 million people's lives by 2027. And so far, it wasn't easy to solve these problems, to work out exactly what they required. So the management team lived amongst the farmers in Ethiopia, and through Indonesia, and actually worked with them to work out exactly what their problems were and to work out exactly how to solve these problems. And we had fantastic results. We had a pilot project in Ethiopia, and we increased their income by 3 times, which is really good. That's a clapping moment. Cool. And as you can see, we've got some testimonials from people actively using the app in these communities. There's quite a few more stories and more coming up as we go. And we made sure that we went back and we refined our processes, working with the co-ops, working with banks, insurance companies, to make sure that ultimately everything that we're developing is going to be refined and relevant to these people long term, because there's still a lot of development to go in that sense. This is the first step, getting them up, getting them going, and then there's lots more in the future. So ultimately, having said that, the users of our apps are the farmers and the fisher people and the people in the community. But our core clients are actually the service providers, the financial institutions, the commodity buyers, and the people for development programs. Because a lot of the banks, insurance companies, and because I'm here for a bank as well. So the banks actually want to connect with these people, but they're finding it difficult to bridge that gap with literacy and technology and so on. So that's what we're all about. Yep, it's interconnected apps, so we make sure that we incorporate those things so it's easy on both sides. And throughout the whole world, we've been recognized for a lot of awards. The next page has more awards. And we've been studied by universities, NGOs, and we're seen as a great impact service. And also, I just put this last slide in because we are launching an equity crowdfund in Australia, and it is open internationally to sophisticated investors. Because ultimately this app develops up and it does collect a few dollars a week in transaction fees. And we're dedicated to making a profound impact in the world, and I think that's something great to be part of. Thank you very much.